Okay, it is December 28th, 2018. We're here with Robert Nelson. I'm Paul Power. He's reading from the Book of Keys that he transcribed from his channelings of speaking with God back in the early 80s. And we are on the 12th one, and it's entitled Religion, right?
That's
Take
correct.
it away, Bob.
All right. This one, like a number of these letters, is going to be a bit controversial in places, but we'll get through it. Religion. A religion is not a relationship. Please reread that statement. It's about one of the few times in this book that he's actually asked the reader to do that. So, here we go. A religion is not a relationship. However, it may well be used as a springboard to a relationship with me, as well as between you and your brothers and sisters. A relationship is alive. A religion often becomes little more than a set of codified rules by which to live your lives. As it stands now on your earth, you have more religions than you can count. Even non-belief is a form of belief, and therefore a type of religion. Hear that, atheist? And I have to say, personally, I have in many cases found atheists to be more Christian than a lot of people who call themselves Christian, because of the way they treat each other with respect and kindness and compassion. Every one of you is an independent religion. Now think about that. Each one of us is our own religion. You do not need religion. You need relationship. This is dark boldface type and capitalized letters. For then you are a person or a people of faith when you use relationship. Faith is the covenant between you and me. It represents a living relationship that you and I may share. Your ancient prophets and desert saints knew this. They lived in, as much as they were able, they lived this concept. And they made their share of mistakes along the way. But they did not live in fear of doing so. They knew me. You see, if I judged them as inadequate, then I would be judging myself likewise. This will never happen. A relationship can never be based upon fear. I do not want you to be God-fearing. I want you to be God-loving. Then you will offer the same quality, love, to one another that you will offer to me. While a relationship between you and me is alive, your religions are often become as a coffin for the truth. Truth does not reside in coffins. It never has. It never will. Truth resides in your heart, for that is where my throne is when you invite me in. This you do as you allow yourself to know that I am already there with arms open wide for you. You do not need to fear me. You need to know me. And what am I but love? So, without the factor of fear, you are free to love. You are free to live. And you are free to live the relationship with me that faith represents. If you are Christian, and he put that word in quotes, you are people of the way or the word. If you are Hebrew, and again he put that word in quotes, you are people of the law. If you are Islam, again that word is in quotes, you are people of the book. You can choose instead to be people of faith. The Wayshores and Messiahs I have sent to you never wanted you to replace me with them. That's a mouthful right there in and of itself. Nor did they wish to start a cult of personality. They were not politicians. These people were as special as are you. They were examples of my identity of love. To make them otherwise is to bastardize the very message I have offered you so often. And in so doing, you judge me and insult me. And there's a one-word answer to this. It says, don't. Ever so often in this book, Keys, God will give a short, almost like a command answer. And he's just done that here. For me, you cannot harm. However, you can limit or distort your perception of yourself as that of being less than you really are. In so doing, you worship the false god of fear, false evidence appearing real, and separation and guilt. Actually, there is only one false god. Its name is fear. All other false gods come from fear. You do not need to appease me. You need to love yourselves and one another as you would love me, because I am you and your brother and sister. Here's that final commandment again. Then you will be people of faith, sharing a living relationship with me and with one another. For then you will be the vision of you that I behold constantly and eternally. Let then your faith bring out the best in you. God. Okay. This is... It's interesting, before Keys started, my speech pattern was different. Since Keys, my speech pattern has been more like God's. It did something to the synapses in my brain. And when it was being spoken through me, as well as when it was being written through me, a friend of mine who was either taking dictation at first or allowing the spoken part to be put on tape, on recording, he would be gasping and at times even crying from the information that was coming through. And he wasn't the only one, I was too. But it didn't change the flow of the information one bit. Anyway, I guess at this point we're ready for the next letter.